With E3 2016's press conferences now officially being over, we've now got a chance to see all of the upcoming games for this year, next year, and the years to come. Now, I can finally make my list for the top 5 games of E3 2016. Now, of course, this list will be in my personal opinion. Let's get into the top 5. At number 5, we have Days Gone. Now, this is a game that I personally see a lot of people giving a lot of hate to as being very generic. However, as me being a Walking Dead and in general zombie fan, this game is very appealing to me. From the mass amounts of zombies that can tail you, to the great story trailer that shows a really heartfelt and personal story of one man's survival in an apocalypse. Consider also when this is an open world game as well, and that it's being made by Sony Bent, who are of course responsible for the Uncharted Golden Abyss on the PS Vita, one of the Vita's best games. I'm definitely excited for what this game has in store. At number 4, we have Watch Dogs 2. Now, the original Watch Dogs was a very underrated game in my opinion. Yes, it had its flaws, but it also had a lot of potential, and I always thought that a sequel could do a very good job of improving upon the original's foundations. And Watch Dogs 2 appears to just do that as well. The gameplay demo we got for the game showcased many of the improvements from 2, such as the improved stealth mechanics, mission structure of how you can tackle missions in more ways than one, the new hacking features such as being able to do mass hacks and hack cars, and combine that with the new setting of San Francisco, which is twice the size of Chicago, and the new protagonist of Marcus Holloway, which looks to be a much more modern and interesting character than Aiden Pierce, then Watch Dogs 2 looks to be one of the video game sequels that will improve upon its original in almost every way. At number 3, we have God of War, this Kickstarter for Sony's E3 press conference. God of War is always a series that I've really enjoyed. However, I never really felt that the characters and story were the top priority. However, that seems to be the main focus here on this new game. Instead of doing Greek mythology, we're looking at Norse mythology, and we get to see a much older Kratos with his son and a completely new voice actor. However, despite all these new additions, the gameplay still seems to be as memorable as we all remember it from the PlayStation 3 days. With awesome new mechanics and a really good bond system between Kratos and his son, expect a much more personal God of War game than what we're probably used to, and for that, we can only be excited as to what Sony Santa Monica can deliver. At number 2, we have Detroit Become Human. I'm a massive fan of Quantum Dream and their games, with Heavy Rain on the PS3 being one of the best exclusives for that system. Detroit Become Human tells the story of Kara, an android who's brought up into a world where humans abuse and think that they are nothing more than mechanical monsters. From the gameplay demo at E3, we got to play as an android called Connor, a police and crime scene investigator who has to prevent an evil android killing a young girl. The amount of different ways that the situation can occur, from both all characters dying, from the little girl being saved, to you end up sacrificing yourself to kill the evil android. There are so many different pathways, and yet they all create such great narrative plot points as well. If it's anything like Heavy Rain or Quantum Break in terms of their decision making, decisions like these could have big impact on their games, and so for that, I can't wait to see what my decisions in Detroit Become Human will have in consequences when the game releases in the future. The number 1 spot is Steep. Now, this was the game that Ubisoft decided to end their conference with, and it was probably one of the most unexpected games to show up at E3. Ubisoft are usually more well known for games involving guns. However, a game like Steep is almost the complete opposite of what they've tried to achieve. Taking place in the Alps in a massive open world, covering countries like France, Switzerland, and Austria. It's a game that appeals to me as a skiing and snowboarding fan. This is a game that automatically appeals to me. From the wide range of mountain vistas that you can ski on, to the amount of awesome moments you can have and share with your friends and create your own challenges, Steep looks to be that kind of chill out game that I've been waiting for since Skate 2. It's definitely one of Ubisoft's biggest risks, considering it's unlike most games that they've released today. But if it does well, I can't wait to see what we could get from them in the future for games of this caliber. Thank you all for watching my top 5 games of E3 2016. As I said earlier in the video, let me know in the comments what you think most anticipated games that you saw at E3 2016. Thank you all for watching the video, and hope to see you again next time.